What's going on YouTube? Stealing Likes here, and you guys have caught me once again handing the cookie jar out here trying to snatch me some likes.
Welcome back to another Survival Locked Saturday. Now, as you guys can probably tell, I'm feeling a lot better today. I am finally feeling like I'm over this whole illness that I had. I hope you guys didn't miss me too terribly much. But, without further ado, we're going to get right back into the action. Now, this week, bringing only a small change-up, as I'm just swapping out some of the pokes that I lost from last weekend. In case you guys didn't watch, the 3 Pokemon I lost last weekend were Arcanine, Venusaur, and Lopunny, unfortunately. Sorry, OJ. So, what I'm bringing this week, I'm bringing Pikachu back again. I'm bringing Rotom, even though that's a double ground weakness. It's going to need a Mold Breaker to hit for that Rotom. Bring Kabutops, Ferrothorn, Noivern, and Mienshao, and I'm hitting that challenge button. Now, as you guys noticed, I have been in a little bit of a slump, mostly due to, I feel like my team building. With the time I've spent on Showdown, on random battles, which, for those of you who don't play Showdown, any battle where I get just like random Pokemon, random movesets and all that good stuff, I think I'm rating somewhere around 1450 in that, whereas on the other side of things, on the OU side of Showdown, where I test out most of my ideas before I start breeding them, I actually have like a 1250, so I feel like I need to work on my team building, as my opponent brought Garchomp, Cresselia, Breloom, Charizard, Magnezone, and Azumarill. Now, Azumarill I could be alright with. Actually, Azumarill I could be completely alright with. However, let's see what else we got going on here. Magnezone, I could do things to Magnezone too. Same Pokemon. Charizard, Breloom, Garchomp, and Cresselia. So the 2 biggest problem Pokemon I see right now are Garchomp and Cresselia. I don't know that I really have anything for them. I mean, I know I could handle Garchomp with the Noivern after I drop almost anything on it. Cresselia, on the other hand, is a little bit more difficult, because I'm sure it's going to take a Shadow Ball from my Noivern without a problem. That's how I feel, at least. So what I want to do, I want to bring Mienshao, obviously. I want to bring Ferrothorn for those 2. So I'm going to bring Mienshao, I'm going to bring Ferrothorn, and I'm going to bring Noivern, leading off with the Mienshao, which is very, very risky. Especially since, for those of you who don't know, I have a lot of experience with most of these Pokemon. However, Cresselia, I haven't seen a lot of since probably March, so I don't know how fast it is. If my Mienshao is still packing a U-turn and is faster, it's going to be able to get off some good damage against Cresselia. However, going on from that point is going to be difficult. No, they lead with Charizard. Now, this is where things get sticky, because Mienshao, my Mienshao at least, outspeeds Charizard unless it is speed-natured, because mine is adamant. My Mienshao is adamant, that is. So the 105 base speed actually gets outsped by the 100 base speed Charizard, whether it's Mega or not. A slight problem, as I'm tempted to go for the Stone Edge. I'm going to take the early risk because, oh, they go out of Charizard. So that is a good sign for me. Now, who do they go into? They go into Cresselia. So we're going to find out right after this hit just how much Cresselia is probably packing a Rocky Helmet, if I had to guess. I've seen it before. It's not packing leftovers, obviously, or else it would have given me some kind of indication that it was healing. I U-turn out, so I am faster. I'm guessing Cresselia is somewhere in the 80 range. Now, the question is, I knew it was going to carry a Rocky Helmet. Now, Cresselia, who do you like on my team right now the least? I mean, it could be Noivern. However, Noivern, you know, I'm going to go Ferrothorn because I resist that wonderful Psychic attack that's incoming. It might be a Psyshock, might be a Psychic. It's one of the 2. No! Going for the Fairy Moonlight, which is still resisted. Oh, I'm thinking of Moonblast, not Moonlight. So my opponent, healing up a really huge chunk of health. I'm not really happy with that. However, I'm going to start just going for Shadow Claws here. I know my opponent won't appreciate. Oh, that's a neutral Ice Wind. That is not something I enjoy seeing. It's going to drop my speed. If they keep doing that, I'll go for Gyro Balls. I will. I will do it. That was a crit. You know what? No, I'm going to go ahead and go for that Gyro Ball. I'm hurt by the Rocky Helmet. I forget that they have a Rocky Helmet. So this Gyro Ball, which I think makes contact, is only going to make my day worse. I don't see them. I mean, they could go into Charizard right here, just knowing that Ferrothorn probably doesn't pack anything for him. I probably should have predicted the Charizard switch earlier, but I didn't feel like they would switch in and out, especially just for little old me. Now, I also don't know what kind of Charizard that is now that I think about it. However, if I remember correctly, I saw Garchomp. That is a resist. Alright, so Gyro Ball, let's see what it does. Because that's really what I'm interested in. They gave me that speed drop, which really didn't help that Gyro Ball out at all. However, word about equal footing, I need to quit putting my hands on that Rocky Helmet. Because it's done a pretty good amount of damage to me. I'm going to start going for Thunderbolts, even though I'm sure I'm going to get like no damage off from the Thunderbolt. None whatsoever. No stab. This thing almost has to be bulky on both defenses. I don't feel like it's going to be just specially vulnerable. Yeah, that's not vulnerability at all. Not to mention, if I keep hitting with Thunderbolts, eventually this thing... this thing. Maybe I want to go down. Maybe I want to go down. I need to deal it some good damage. And then follow up the good damage with a dead Ferrothorn. Ah, man. There was a reason I packed Ferrothorn, though. There was a reason. Azumarill was the reason, now that I think about it. Azumarill, do I have anything on... I've got something on Mienshao for it. So, I'm going to pack in Shadow Claws until it drops me. It goes for another Psychic, which is a brilliant idea. Not really. So I'm going to go for the Shadow Claw. I'm actually getting dealt more damage by the Rocky Helmet than anything else. Which is kind of bad. However, I do understand. Now, I mean, at this point, I don't see them recovering, and this feels like a good range for a Shadow Ball. I'm going to go for another Shadow Claw, actually. I'm going to completely... They do. They Moonlight. This person... You don't Moonlight at that low of a health individual. You don't do it, especially when I'm doing nothing to you. Instead, you save those Moonlights because you only get like an 8 max. So they're going to be able to kill me now. And I can only hope that I got in enough damage that this is working out in my favor. Let's see. I don't think they got another speed drop on me. I think they've been avoiding that since they completely annihilate everything that I'm trying to do here. I'm going to go for the Shadow Claw. Get that nice and out of the way. They go for the Moonlight. So they're just trying to get me to drop myself with a Rocky Helmet, which is going to work. I'm going to let it happen because I need the switch out. I don't want Noivern to take an unnecessary hit. So I'm thinking... who do I trust more to take a hit? Do I trust Noivern to take a hit more, or do I trust Mienshao? Because I really could U-turn from Mienshao in Noivern. I'm going to go to Noivern. I'm going to take the risk here. It is kind of a big risk, because I don't think... Yeah, I already know it's got a Rocky Helmet. It's okay, Noivern. We've established this. So... let's go ahead and go for the Shadow Ball. They withdraw, so they don't want to see that Shadow Ball come in. And they go out into Azumarill? Yes, that's an Azumarill. Azumarill is going to take this Shadow Ball like a champ. Yep, there's the champion-style Shadow Ball. Unfortunately, they're probably going to want to go for the Play Rough. And Mienshao's not living it, neither is Noivern. So the question becomes, who do I need the most? Because I don't think Mienshao stands a real chance against their Cresselia. But I already know the Play Rough's coming in. And the Play Rough is going to kill... the Play Rough will kill either of my Pokemon. This is part of why I had Ferrothorn, and I didn't really think that all the way through. Because I could have switched on any turn where they were going to heal. Seeing the play mistake now. I'm going to have to go for another Shadow Ball. I need that Mienshao. Because it's going to have better things for Charizard than There's the citrus berry. If you belly drum on me... Nope, nope, they go straight for the play rough. So that actually works for me. It does. It could have been better, but it works out. Now, going straight into Mian Xiao, who's back to full health, I believe. Is it? Oh, it's just a little shy. Now, I'm going to go for the poison jab. With the life orb, I think I should have this handled. I don't. However, it'll drop at the end of the turn. Still, that's an 0-2. Not my best work. I'm not going to lie. Not my best work at all. I completely wasted that Ferrothorn. And going down one in a 3-on-3 is nasty. So, I do hope you guys enjoyed that first round, as I have lost my Mian Xiao. Who else did I lose? I just lost it all. Oh, Mian Xiao, Noivern, and Ferrothorn. I really liked having that Ferrothorn around. It was a really good resistance to physical threats. But you guys sit tight. I will have round 2 with you guys in just a minute. Already hit that challenge button. We're going to see what I can get going down here, as I pretty much swapped out the 3 Pokemon I just lost for something very similar. I feel like it was more the misplay on my part than anything else. So I brought Roserade, Crobat, and Skarmory. The difference being is the grass type is now an attacker rather than a wall. Well, the big difference, obviously. Now, Gardevoir, Nose Pass. I don't like seeing this Nose Pass. Exploud, Mawile, Hirayama, and Swellow? No. What is that thing's name? Wow, maybe it is Swellow. I'm losing it. Anyway, so if I look over my opponent's team, I don't feel like Gardevoir is coming. But if it does, I want to bring Crobat. I want to do physical poison damage. That Nose Pass is threatening. I do know it's going to survive a hit. At least. It's almost got to be Eviolite. Mawile. Mawile. Because Rotom no longer has Overheat. Ugh. Alright, I'm going to bring... I'm thinking about bringing Pikachu. Yeah, I'm going to bring Pikachu. I'm not going to lead with it. I don't feel like Mawile's going to lead. However, who does lead? Who leads? Oh, I didn't even notice. Exploud's here, and I no longer have my Drain Punching Mian Xiao. So, Exploud's going to come. Now I want to bring Skarmory. They don't have any electric types. They got rocks, but Skarmory's not going to be affected like everybody else. I will lead with Skarmory. I'll follow up with Crobat, and then we're going to pack in Pikachu for some safety here. Now, obviously, it's not the strongest safety, but I'm actually bringing it for its electric type move over its insatiably crazy style. Because I do feel like Swellow's going to pack priority, if nothing else. There's another priority move in there somewhere. Sucker Punch, I feel like maybe. So Exploud's coming out. Now, this Exploud probably doesn't like Skarmory too much. However, it's going to think I'm setting up, and I'm okay with that. Because I think what I'm going to do... Wait a minute. What item did I pack on this Skarmory? That is a good question to ask before I really get into this. So, okay. I did pack... It's not leftovers, it's Citrus Berry. Because the leftovers are currently on Rotom. Now... I mean, I could Brave Bird. I'm going to Brave Bird this thing. Because it's probably going to stick around just because it thinks I'm setting up right now. Which makes... Spikes are really not that useful in 3-on-3. In my opinion. I could be wrong. But in my opinion, they're not that great. They go for a Fire Blast. Oh, man, I feel like an idiot for that. I totally walked into that one. Because I know that Exploud can pack that. So... I am going to go into Pikachu. I don't think this thing can carry an Earth Power. So I'm really not that afraid of it killing me in one shot. I'm going to go for an agility and really hope they didn't bring Swellow. Because this Pikachu is power. They withdraw, allowing me to get off a free agility. They probably aren't going into Swellow. They go into Gardevoir. Now Gardevoir... It traced my Lightning Rod. So that's going to be interesting. I'm going to endure whatever hit it is they really want to deal out to my Pikachu. So Pikachu braces, and Gardevoir puts down a Trick Room. That's terrible. That is absolutely terrible. Pikachu is going to need to get out of here. Badly, actually. So I'm going to go into Crobat. The question is, do they predict the switch, or do they go for kills? It doesn't matter. Crobat's really thin. Crobat's probably going to tear like paper. So they go for Healing Wish. They just sacrifice their Gardevoir for no reason? Really? Like, that wasn't even necessary. I know it just burnt off two turns of the Trick Room, but man. Going back out into Exploud? Going into Exploud. So Exploud's going to get its health back up. Ugh, this Exploud is going to be an issue. However, Pikachu might be able... Nah, it's not slow enough to do that. It's not slow enough. So, what do we got here? It's going to Thunderbolt. I know it's going to Thunderbolt. Question is, the Brave Bird or the Cross Poison? Because it's going to Thunderbolt. It's going to cause me some... Oh, it's going to Thunderbolt. It's going to use a Psychic move. No Stab. Probably doesn't matter. They're probably packing an item for this. Cross Poison Brave Bird. Because that's what it comes down to. If I Cross Poison and live, I can Brave Bird another day. If I Brave Bird, I'm not going to live. It's really that simple. So I am going to go for the Cross Poison. As much of a Hail Mary move as that is. They go for the Boom Burst, which is going to kill. That is Exploud power at its greatest. Let's see. I believe that was 3 turns of Trick Room, which means Pikachu's doomed. However, this is a Trick Room team. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to endure. I'm going to brace myself. I'm going to see if Pikachu can outspeed. I mean, I might have to try and endure 2 turns in a row. That doesn't go well. The Trick Room still up, though, so I'm going to try and endure again. It's all I can do. It fails. So Pikachu drops. I lose all 6 of the Pokemon. Not all 6 of the Pokemon I originally brought this week. However, losing 6 this weekend, bringing the survival lock record to 1-3. So I'm going to have to work on that. We're going to see how things go in the future. However, this almost completely guarantees that next weekend you guys will see all Pokemon you've never seen before, unless you've battled me on Showdown. But without further ado, I'm going to get out of here. You guys have a nice night. I will see you tomorrow for Subscriber Sunday. I hope you guys are looking forward to it as much as I am.